The Galactic Council's emergency session had been called for the first time in 3 centuries. Representatives from 47 species crowded the crystalline amphitheater, their various forms of agitation filling the air with a symphony of clicks, hisses, and electromagnetic pulses. Ambassador Keth IX of the Vorthan Empire stood at the central podium, his 4 arms gesticulating wildly. "The humans have destroyed the Crimson Armada," he announced, his translator struggling to convey the disbelief in his voice. "All 12 dreadnoughts. Gone." A collective gasp rippled through the assembly. The Crimson Armada had been the galaxy's most feared pirate fleet, their ships equipped with technology stolen from a dozen different civilizations. For 200 years, they had terrorized trade routes with impunity. "Impossible," chittered Ambassador Zexka, her insectoid mandibles clicking rapidly. "The humans barely achieved faster-than-light travel 50 years ago. Their technology is primitive. Their weapons are chemical propellants and metal projectiles." Keth IX's chromatic skin shifted to deep purple, a sign of severe stress among his people. That's what we all thought. The Crimson Armada thought the same when they decided to raid the Sol system. He activated the holographic display at the center of the amphitheater. This is what happened. The recording showed the sleek, predatory forms of 12 Crimson dreadnoughts dropping out of hyperspace near Earth's moon. Each vessel was 3 kilometers long, bristling with plasma cannons and shielded by energy barriers that could deflect asteroid impacts. "The humans had no orbital defenses," Keth IX continued. "No shield generators. No plasma weaponry. According to our intelligence, they shouldn't have been able to scratch the Armada's paint." The assembly watched in stunned silence as tiny human ships, crude metal constructs that looked like industrial equipment, swarmed out from Earth's surface. They were laughably small compared to the dreadnoughts, like insects attacking giants. The Armada commanders were amused, Keth IX said bitterly. They powered down their main weapons, intending to capture the humans alive for the slave markets. That was their first mistake. On the recording, the human ships began to move in ways that defied military doctrine. They scattered randomly, regrouped in impossible formations, and used their own vessels as shields and projectiles. Some ships deliberately rammed the dreadnoughts at impossible angles. "Suicide attacks," whispered Ambassador Yirj, his tentacles writhing in confusion. "But they survived the impacts." "How?" "The humans had reinforced their ships with materials we've never seen before," Keth IX explained. "Carbon-based composites that bend rather than break. They turned their apparent weakness, soft, flexible technology, into an advantage." The recording showed human ships bouncing off dreadnought hulls like rubber balls, their pilots somehow surviving impacts that should have liquefied any organic being. But it was what happened next that truly shocked the assembly. "They used the dreadnoughts' own shields against them," Keth IX continued. Somehow, the humans had figured out how to reverse the polarity of Crimson shield generators remotely. Every shot the Armada fired reflected back at double strength. The hologram showed the magnificent dreadnoughts tearing themselves apart with their own weapons, their crews helpless as their technology turned traitor. "But how?" demanded Ambassador Zexka. "They're primitives." Keth IX's skin shifted to a sickly green. "That's what I thought until I read the full report. The humans didn't understand our technology. They just treated it like any other machine. They hacked it the same way they hacked their own primitive computers, using methods so crude and direct that our security systems couldn't recognize them as attacks." The assembly fell silent as the implications sank in. Throughout the galaxy, civilizations had grown sophisticated, their technology elegant and refined. But the humans approached problems like barbarians with wrenches, hitting things until they worked differently. "Recommend immediate diplomatic contact," Keth IX concluded. "And for the love of the void, don't underestimate them again." In the silence that followed, every ambassador was thinking the same thing. Earth wasn't a backwater planet anymore. It was a wild card that had just reshuffled the galactic deck.